Welcome to Tenkara in Focus.
This is quite a big episode. We are ready to launch our sort of all singing, all dancing new big video project featuring videos, PDFs and audiobooks, which is a new thing for us.
Yeah, so watch out for that. We'll put a link on screen for you to go through and actually lock in your free personalised screening of the main video from that bundle. So don't miss out on that offer.
Yeah, we'll be back at the end of this show just to give you a few more details as well. But let's get straight on with the sort of main subject. In the last episode, we promised you a follow-up kind of interview from Keiichi. He gave us his sort of Tenkara in Focus standard interview last time and then went on to talk a lot about his passion, which is
Genryu. Gave us a huge amount of detail on the subculture of Genryu fishing and all the lovely details of that. Fantastic piece, quite detailed. So without further ado, why don't we get to that? Let Keiichi explain all about Genryu Tenkara fishing.
For me, Genryu fishing is it's like travel trip. You know, going to one Genryu and do camping with friends, and we do wading river like Sawanobori, river trekking, and doing fishing. It's more like sometimes I feel it's like adventure, and sometimes it's like just like a travel. You know, traveling one Genryu is like traveling in one foreign country, because every river, every Genryu has different characters and different sceneries and different atmosphere. And I like to travel Genryu, mountain streams in Japan. I like that. Basically, Genryu means the most upper part of the stream or river, like headwater. But when we Genryu fisher, or when we fishers say Genryu, it means headstream and most upper part of the stream, but also very much apart from towns or cities or roads. Of course, if one headwater has a car road along of it, we don't call it Genryu. Like, Genryu is not the place where we go like picnic or something like. It's more like climbing over the mountain for 3 or 4 hours and having a full of sweat and exhausted. Like, then finally we can arrive at Genryu. It is, when we say Genryu, it means like the place like that. In our area, mainly or most of the time, target fish is Iwana, because Yamame, basically they live underneath of Iwana's territory normally, and especially in our area, Tohoku or Kanto area. So Genryu is the most upper part of the river. Naturally, our target fish is only Iwana. In this place, in Genryu area, it really depends on the place. Some place, big current, but many fish, but size are like 25 or 28 smaller. Or some place, river is very narrow and less water, but place is a really remote area in the mountain. We can get bigger Iwana, like over 35 or 40 centimeters sometimes. It really depends. Uodome, some people call uodome and some people call sakanadome. It's always waterfall where Iwana cannot go over. But in Japan, interesting thing is since long time ago, some Japanese people, normally mountain village people, they went into the mountain to really deep remote area. Then they moved some iguana upon the waterfall. Then one waterfall was uodome, sakanadome, but some people might have moved some iguana upon the waterfall, and then maybe next waterfall would be new sakanadome, uodome. So anyway, uodome is waterfall where iguana cannot go over, swim over. And iguana is a fish always swimming upstream. Then they are like a climbing. And we too, Genryu fisher, always looking forward to go to uodome, sakanadome, to see there is no fish anymore. Then we are satisfied and we can go back home. We say kurumadome is like a car stop place or car parking. Not car parking actually, but where we have to park a car. It's the dead end of the mountain road. We say rindo. Rindo means forest road. Okay. Then some forest road has going through to the next road, but some road is like one way. Then the dead end place we call kurumadome. It's a car parking for especially for going fishing. So sometimes going to Genryu is really hard. Like we have to, for example, we have to maybe drive 4 or 5 hours by car from my place to deep in the mountain. Then we park a car at the kurumadome. Then maybe stay overnight, just have a short sleep till the morning. Then we just walk to the to one river and cross the river, and then climb like this steep hill, and we have to sometimes climb over maybe 300 or 400, sometimes 600, 700 elevation, high mountain range. We have to go to the other side of the mountain range. Then it might take us 6 hours or 7 hours sometimes, or even there is no climbing, mountain pass or climbing pass. There is no climbing pass, and we say Zenmai Michi is a special secret route made by local mountain people. They made that a small footpath just to pick up like mountain plants or sometimes mushrooms. Anyway, so we often use that kind of hidden secret paths, and steep really normally, and sometimes really hard. We have full of sweat, and muscles, bodies are crying and exhausted, and after struggling for 5 or 6 hours, we finally arrive at the campsite. We say temba. Then we all feel oh, this place is too hard. Maybe this is the last time. We never ever come here again. So, but fishing next day, fishing is really good. And afterwards, so we were completely exhausted. We feel, oh, this is the last time. Never come here again. But after a week or 2 weeks, no, we feel maybe one more time, because fishing was so great, and or maybe scenery was really nice. Or sometimes we didn't make the uodome, so next time we must go to uodome next time. So one more time, only one more time, and then maybe we go 3 or 5 times, 3 or 4 times.
So that was Genryu from Keiichi.
In a nutshell.
In his own words, yeah. It's a big subject, and a lot of people, they sort of misuse the term, or certainly out of context.
The thing is,
Tenkara.
it's just that there's not that much information in English about it, and there's not much of a line into that whole culture. There's some good stuff out there, don't get me wrong, but it's just great to kind of reinforce that, add to that where possible, and kind of capture that real culture. A lot of that, interestingly, does come through from respecting and recognizing the customs of the shokuryoshi and the matagi and the sort of the mountain professionals that would have had to have those skills to survive. And I think that brings us quite neatly to the provenance of Hirata-san, the person, the unsung hero of Tenkara, master of a sort of a horsehair line and the traditional shokuryoshi, the professional Tenkara angler's skill set. And that's what we've been working on, for the last couple of months. Yeah,
this project, as we said in the last episode, we've been able to do this largely due to the support of our Patreon subscribers. You guys have just given us that little bit of financial help we need to produce something, truly good.
We've stuff that we benefit from, but we need to put it out to everybody else.
We've always been able to just do small projects and sort of leap from one to the next, getting something out so people can see it. It's very difficult to go behind closed doors and work your arse off, when there's no money coming in. And the Patreon guys have really helped us bring you this massive project. So as we've probably teased earlier on, there's a main feature featuring on-stream tuition, the likes of which we've never been able to do before, with diagrams, freeze frames,
slow motion.
There's some great stuff to really break down and let you see exactly what's happening. Then there's a PDF that accompanies that, and an audio book of that PDF. So if you're commuting or you're, whatever.
A big thing that came back from the questionnaires and things is what is one of your biggest problems? A lot of people's biggest problem with Tenkara is they don't have time to do it. So the audio books and all the other materials, what it lets you do is make the most of your time off stream. And that includes even when you're commuting or you're exercising or whatever, depending on what your lifestyle's like. But audiobooks fit in really well to that. And it means that the next time you get on stream, you can make the most of that precious time.
So that's the main feature, audiobook, PDF, and main feature video. Then there's a fly tying video featuring Hirata-san hand tying one of his flies.
And then the same again, PDF of that, audiobook of that.
In the breakdown inside the video itself, Paul actually uses I think we've still got it kicking around it, a giant hook and some giant thread.
There's some easy to miss details, aren't there?
Just so you can see some of the details of the knots. And talking about knots, Paul's done some fantastic images of horsehair tying and fly tying, horsehair line making and fly tying.
So there's a horsehair line making video with its own supporting PDF and diagrams and audiobook that goes with that as well.
So
you can start to see where some of the time's gone.
Main feature, 3 products. Fly tying, 3 products. Horsehair line making, 3 products. And then we've bundled in with all of that an interview with Hirata-san and Keiichi, both chatting about...
all of those give the backstory, the context to where his skills came from, as well as the real insights into how he approaches Tenkara. Some very interesting and possibly unique approaches as well that I'm sure you won't have come across, and that's wonderful to incorporate in your own fishing as well.
So, in addition to that, as if that wasn't enough, we've decided to do something that kind of feels crazy, but we're assured it's the right thing to do. We're going to share the main feature video for free for just 4 days, is it?
4 or 5 days, I haven't decided yet, but probably 4-day window.
Basically, what you need to do is follow the link that's coming up on screen now, or find the link in the description around this video. You basically need to share on Facebook and sign up.
Back one step. That link will take you to a page, and inside that page there'll be an explainer video talking about the project and what you get. But within that page, there'll be a link, a button to press to share it on Facebook so that more people have the opportunity to get to that page and see that introduction. And then you also need up to, even if you're already on our email subscriber list, you need to put yourself on a specific subscription email list, which is the little sign-up box on that page. That will be the means by which we send to you the link to your own personalized free viewing, free screening of that, of the full main feature.
We're keeping this separate from our normal email tutorials because we want to avoid sending emails to people that don't want them. So the only people that are going to get these emails are the people that have signed up. You know, it's one of these things people worry about spam, and there's been so much with the GDPR just lately. We've always been sort of compliant with that because our email tutorials list has always been like a double opt-in, and we never want to send people spam. So this is just an extra way to do it.
Obviously, the people on the list will get the chance to get the link to that window to the page with the sign up on it. But it's up to you. You know, having gone to that page, it's up to you whether you sign up for the specific follow-ups to that particular subject area.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. All you need to do is follow the link. It's pretty self-explanatory after that, and you can watch for free. If you watch it for free, then you probably wonder, wow, where can I get all the rest of this stuff? We've got a little bit of an offer within this sort of 4-day launch window. So check that offer out as well. There's some pretty compelling offers in there. You can get a hell of a bundle. You help to support us. We want to spread the word about Hirata-san because we've got future hopes where we're going to try and help him share some of his book with the rest of the world as well. So the more people you can attract to this by sharing on Facebook, and the more people we can get interested in this, the better.
You know, that's the first step to you getting your free link. So it has to be the way that it works, so that we extend that reach and people can actually see for themselves how, you know, to get in on the same experiences that we've had and we've been fortunate enough to have. So go ahead and share it when that information comes through, and do, you know, lock in your own free limited time viewing of that main feature.
I think that covers everything.
It does.
Until the next time on Tenkara in Focus, we'll see you then.
Cheers, take care.
Tenkara in Focus!
Yeah, we do.